Hey, what's up everyone? Forever League Studios here, back in with another video, and welcome back to another episode of Forever Answering Your Questions. If you're new to this channel or new to this series, it's basically a weekly Q&A series that I've been wanting to do, and I want to point out that it has been a while since the last episode. I think it was roughly 2 months ago, and I do apologize for that. But the reason why is I kind of got busy with other things, including finishing Hoth, and I just kind of ended up deciding, okay, that this is going to have to be put on the brakes for now. I'll come back to it eventually, and now that I have a bit more free time, I'm wanting to bring back the series. And so basically in each episode I try my best to answer you guys' questions in the comments down below. So I try to give my best answer I can. So starting off with the first question, we have a question from Mix the Bricks. He asks, which set of the LEGO Star Wars 20th anniversary set would you prefer? Also, thanks for the chance for asking questions. You're welcome for that. Again, I love the series, so I wanted to bring it back. But as you can tell, it's kind of an older question because of the fact that it's mentioning the 20th anniversary sets, and those kind of came out a few months ago. And so basically, I only have one set from the anniversary wave. You can kind of see it on my shelf right there. It is the Anakin's Pod Racer. I actually really love that set. I think it's a great one. But I guess the only other ones that I really would want would be probably the HCRT and maybe the Battle Pack. And if you're curious why just the smaller sets, why not some of the bigger ones, I honestly do not care for this Snowspeeder. I think I'm kind of tired on the same design over and over again. It's a decent set, but nothing that I would want, especially since I've got like a bunch of the more accurate type. I almost said ties, more accurate Snowspeeders. So I just don't really need the process of that. The only way I would get that set is get the Lando Calrissian and maybe the new figures. Now for the Slave one, the reason why I don't really want to get that is because of the fact that I have the UCS one, and that one's perfectly fine with me. I think the new one's perfectly fine. It looks fantastic. But since I have the $200 one, I don't really think I need the other one. Though the only thing that's pushing me to get the set is the Zuckuss figure. I really want to get him so I can complete my Bounty Hunter collection. But I might just go on Bricklink and kind of just spend the money, extra money just to buy the figure, because of the fact that, again, I really don't need another Slave one. And so the idea behind getting the battle packs and the ATRT is I really like the ATRT. I know it's oversized, but it's got some cool figures. And then the battle pack, which I call it a battle pack. I know it's the Imperial dropship, but I think it's a good set because of the fact that it comes with 4 of the new Stormtrooper, well no, 3 of the new Stormtroopers, with the one being the Black Trooper or the Shadow Trooper, and then of course a Han Solo. And the reason why I haven't picked up any of those yet is because of the way is I think my Walmart that is in my town has them for like $16, which is fine and all. I'm just waiting for maybe to go down a little bit more so I can pick up a couple of those. So hopefully that answers your question. Next we have a question from Tarfful Studios. He asked, to go with your Sith question, what is your favorite Jedi? Also, what is your favorite non-Star Wars video game? So basically, if you guys don't remember, in the last episode I basically mentioned what was my favorite Sith, or I guess Dark Jedi person or whatever. And basically, he's asking what is a follow-up for the what is my favorite Jedi. For those of you who may know, Obi-Wan Kenobi is actually my favorite Star Wars character, which means, of course, he'd probably be my favorite Jedi because of the fact that he is a Jedi, of course. So I'm gonna have to say Obi-Wan Kenobi. There are plenty of really other cool ones. Like I really like Kit Fisto, Mace Windu, and Obi-Wan. I almost said Luke Skywalker. I think both those guys are really awesome, but Obi-Wan's gonna have to take number 1 for me. And for his other question, he asked about what is my favorite non-Star Wars video game. I kind of answered this in the previous video about the Arkham Knight Batmobile. Basically, the Arkham Knight series is one of my favorite video games. Basically ever. Like, I love the Star Wars games more, but if I'm going for non-Star Wars, I'm gonna have to say the Arkham Knight series. I have all of the games, and I love going through each and every one, and it's just a fun time. I enjoy the game, and I look forward to the rumored new video game that's coming out. So yeah, I'm gonna have to say Arkham series, I guess, any one of those games. Next question comes from Juglet Gaming. He asked, my question is, what is your best bargain Lego set ever? So I'm gonna have to say there's actually a couple items which I actually bought for roughly the same price. I don't know if I've mentioned this story on camera or not, but I kind of had a fun time getting those TIE fighters. I actually have 3 first order ones. One's kind of in shambles at the moment because I had to steal parts from for something else. I can't remember what it was. But basically, For Force Friday, for the Last Jedi, me and my friends went to the Toys R Us before it closed, and basically we went and got a bunch of cool different sets. I think my friends got a few of the smaller sets. I think Braden got one of the bigger ones. I can't remember. But I basically picked up the ATM-6. That was like the main one I wanted to get. And then I was like, okay, I have some extra money. I want to pick up something else like Last Jedi, or I guess First Order related. So I ended up going with the TIE Fighter, because the TIE Fighter had it for like $60, which I wasn't happy about it. I was like, you know what, I've been meaning to pick up another one, so I'm going to pick it up now. So I ended up leaving the Toys R Us with a TIE Fighter and the ATM-6, and we went to Target right after, because I guess one of us was wanting to get another Marvel set or something, I can't remember. And so we went to that Target, and that Target had that First Order TIE Fighter, not for $60, but for $20. And I was like, oh my gosh, no way. So I ended up picking up that one TIE Fighter for $60 when Target, it was in the same town as well. That Target that was like a block away had it for $20. So I was like, hey, could we go stop by at Toys R Us again so I can get my money back and pick this up? Because of the fact that I was like, I technically could have taken that home, but I was like, I'm not going to spend $60 when I can spend $20 on, I could buy both of these, and that's what I did. So we went back to Toys R Us, I got my refund, came back to Target, bought my two TIE Fighters. Originally I was only going to buy one, but I ended up deciding, okay, I bought two. So I guess the TIE Fighters count, I got them both for $20, which is like roughly a little over $40 after tax. So that was definitely a good bargain. As well as for the final bargain I'm going to mention is the Y-Wings you can see down below. I also got those for $20. It was around Black Friday, I guess. A bunch of them were on clearance for $20, and I was like, okay. I picked up the last two alongside a bunch of other sets because I just got paid. So I picked up a bunch of sets of meaning to get, and the Y-Wing was on clearance for $20. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna pick these up. So I guess those would be my best bargains that I found. Next, we have a question from Tiny Film Productions. He says, if you had to build a non-Lego Star Wars Moc, what would it be and why? So, as you guys know, this channel is kind of based on large-scale Star Wars Mocs with the Battle of Hoth and then the upcoming Battle of Kamino. So, a lot of these are more Star Wars related large Mocs, and I plan on doing more large Star Wars Mocs down the road. But non-Star Wars, I have thought about it. It would not be anything super large. Probably a couple base plates. I have been thinking about doing like an Arkham Moc or kind of a Gotham Moc. I mentioned this in the Arkham Knight Batmobile review. I mentioned that I was thinking about doing something like that, and that is an idea. So I'm trying to think of like how I would do it, and maybe a small Gotham Moc would be pretty cool, as well as maybe something from Marvel or something like that. Nothing too large, but probably in that genre. Now, I guess the more iconic answer would be like to do a Lego City, and I think that would be really awesome to do a Lego City, but I just don't have any. I guess I don't really have the largest interest to do a large Lego City because of the fact that I've got these other really cool ideas to build, and Lego City is kind of on the back end of my mind. Hopefully that answers your question. And the final question comes from Imperial Bricks Productions. He asks, what is your favorite planet in Star Wars? So there's a lot of different planets in Star Wars that are really cool. Now, you might be thinking, oh, the obvious choice, Hoth. No, but Hoth is one of my favorites. I think it'd probably be top 5 or something like that. But no, Hoth is not my favorite. I'm gonna have to think. I think probably my favorite planets would have to be Kamino, Endor, or Tatooine. I guess Endor and Kashyyyk are kind of tied for that. I'm gonna have to say either Tatooine or Kamino. I know Kamino's the next Moc, so I'm really excited to get this again because of the fact that I think Kamino was such a cool arc in the Star Wars Clone Wars era, as well as in the episode 2. I had a fun time watching those, and I'm really excited to get started on Kamino. So Kamino's probably going to be one of my favorites, if not my favorite planet. Other than that, I think Tatooine is a great planet because of the fact that I've always wanted to do something from Tatooine. I'm actually working on a small little Moc at the moment. But I would love to do a large-scale Tatooine Moc. Like I've been going over this with a bunch of my friends, thinking about like maybe doing a battle on Tatooine, have these Imperials like coming upon Tatooine, kind of just firing at rebels who are hiding. I think that'd be really awesome. I don't know. I haven't done too much thinking about it because my mind's kind of been focused on Kamino. Yeah, I think Tatooine or Kamino would probably be my #1 favorite planet from Star Wars. So I hope you all enjoyed this Q&A episode. Again, all you have to do is, if you want your questions answered, leave them down in the comment section below. Make sure they're Lego Star Wars, or Lego related, or even Moc related. I want to do my best to answer in the next question. Again, I'm going to do my best to make these series come back weekly, and that way you have something to come back to. And if you enjoyed, definitely smash that like button, as well as if you're out and new to this channel, definitely think about subscribing. We have some awesome content coming down the road, and I will hope to see you guys in the next series. So I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.